I looked this up specifically. Body dysmorphic disorder, a mental illness involving obsessive focus on a perceived flaw in appearance. Does that sound familiar? Now before we get started into this video, I do want to put this disclaimer in here. I am not a professional, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist. I wouldn't even consider myself like an armchair anything. I'm just like a girl here online who likes to do beauty, having a casual conversation online. I don't want to like put out any diagnoses, or I don't want anyone to feel like I'm diagnosing anything. It's skincare at the end of the day, so let's get into it. So here's a problem that I'm facing today is I really like how my bangs are looking right now, and if you guys have been watching some of my recent videos, you know, I have a very much love-hate relationship with my bangs. Like, I think they're really cute and fun for a change, but they are so high maintenance. I feel like they always look like a hot mess. I actually like how they look today, and now I have to like move them to like do my makeup. Usually when I do that, I mess them up. But here's my solution. But before I get into my solution, I guess I should tell you guys what today's video is about, because it's actually contrary to how I started this video, not about my bangs. And I'm going to be trying on the new Barbie by ColourPop collection, which I just got this package in today, and it was good timing because I figured I could like try on new makeup as well as talk to you guys about another topic that's been weighing heavily on my mind. And I did a video like this recently where I talked about skincare shaming, so I'll put that down below if you guys want to check it out, and also in the cards. But in today's video, I'm going to be having like an open dialogue about the idea of skincare addiction, because I think it's a very legitimate issue. I just want to discuss it with you guys because I actually find it very interesting. I think that in discussing these types of topics, it might open some people's eyes up, or minds, or even mine. A lot of times I see in the comment section down below, you guys have a lot of really good like feedback. I think I'm over explaining myself at this point. Fun fact about me, I am a hyper analyzer and I have a high internal judge, so that's not a great combo for being someone who is out on the internet sharing their opinions about things. But anyways, okay. Let me go and try and figure out how these bangs are gonna get out of my face. Is this distracting? Looking like a unicorn, but instead of having a horn, I have like a disc coming off my head. Don't take me too seriously, I obviously don't. Okay, let me just start applying makeup and start getting into my whole thoughts on skincare addiction and kind of what I think it is, or like how I'm seeing it evolve on the internet and online. I feel like the evolution of skincare addiction really came from like seeing all these heavily filtered skin. You know, even with doing YouTube and editing my videos, I kind of realized like how easy it is to make your skin look flawless, even if it's not. Because like, let's be completely transparent and honest here, no one's skin is flawless. I mean, I don't think it's news to anyone here online that filters are very heavily used on like Instagram or on social media of any form, and nowadays it's even in videos. Like, I've seen these crazy apps that basically can alter not only how your skin looks but how your face looks. Like, if you look up like social media glitches, or Instagram reality is a really good resource to get a reality check. Skin is not flawless, no one's skin is flawless. Everyone has character on their skin, whether or not they want to let you believe that. Now when it comes to YouTube videos, like I mentioned, it can be somewhat easy to manipulate how your skin looks. For example, using lights. A lot of times, like I usually film with a ring light. I try to use majority of natural light because I just like the way it looks. But artificial lights can definitely blow out the appearance of the skin, so you don't see a lot of the textural issues, and it makes people's skin look a lot better. And I know even cameras are built with like skin filtering technology into them, but they're definitely a thing. If this is news to you, skin can definitely be altered, or the appearance of skin can be altered on camera through editing, the cameras used, filters, and all of that kind of crazy stuff. Now, I think one of the most obvious examples, like I said, Instagram reality on Reddit, but you know, you see a lot of social media influencers, or specifically like celebrities, using or getting caught with these filters for their skin. I don't want to point out any names, but I think there's a very famous group of sisters that use these types of things. And the thing about it is keep in mind that if you see like paparazzi photos of these people, unedited paparazzi photos of, you know, these people, No one has perfect skin, and I think that is like the most eye-opening thing for me, is that a lot of celebrities or a lot of people who have a lot of wealth have all of the resources to spend on their skin. They can get access to the top professionals and all of these different skincare products, and they still don't have perfect skin. And that just goes to show you there's no such thing as perfect skin, and no amount of money, it doesn't matter how much money you spend, and you will always have pores on your face. You'll always have probably issues that you'll want to correct. I am digging into the Barbie by ColourPop collection now that I've got kind of like my face prepped. Oh my god, it's how cute is this? Oh, it's Malibu Barbie. How cute. What else do we have in here? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna start off with this eyeshadow palette. I mean, this isn't really meant to be a review of this collection. I just got this in the mail and decided to do like new beauty, but like, come on. This is cardboard, by the way, if you're curious. This packaging, very true to form with a lot of ColourPop products. And then this is what the palette looks like. Color-wise, this kind of reminds me of like the Kimchi Chic palette. Do you guys remember this? This is the Kimchi Chic palette. And then this is the new ColourPop by Barbie, or Malibu Barbie. Kind of similar color schemes. I'm about to use some dirty brushes, so obviously this is not like a super specific review. I'm just like playing around with makeup right now. Now obviously I'm not like trying to bash celebrities or anything else, because another thing I think we forget is that they are human. So they do have human-like skin, but they also have human-like feelings. So that's not really the point of me bringing that up. I'm just trying to say you can have all the resources in the world and you'll never have perfect skin. It's just not attainable. Now, when it comes to skincare addiction, another thing that I see a lot is people having unrealistic expectations of their skin and kind of forgetting that their skin is a functional like organ or I guess thing on their body that is supposed to serve the purpose of like keeping you safe and all of the bacteria and foreign bodies out from the inside of your body. So I think we have like this expectation of like it being completely flawless and not having any pores, no pimples, no wrinkles or nothing, but still being able to, you know, go through all of the abuse that we put it through day to day and, you know, keep our bodies safe. And when I'm talking about this topic, I definitely want to clarify and say, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to want to improve your skin's condition or improve the look of your skin. Of course, I'm always on the hunt to improve my skin, but I think the defining difference is that when that relationship with your skin turns into like a form of dysmorphia, where you have like an unrealistic goal with your skin. One way I see this exhibited a lot online is when people will use like magnifying mirrors and just sit there and scrutinize their skin and wonder like why they could see pores, when day to day most people would not even notice any of the pores on your skin or texture or anything like that. It's just a lot of times, since we are our own worst critics, we're the ones who are like, you know, trying to like analyze every single nook and cranny on our skin. And I think the most important piece of advice I have about that is like, please do not use a magnifying mirror when it comes to looking at your skin. Honestly, just throw them away. Like maybe magnifying mirrors are good for if you're trying to get something out of your eye, or like, I don't know if you have like a splinter on your face, or like something very random like that. I remember the first time I realized I needed to throw away my magnifying mirror was when I would pluck my eyebrows, and then when I look at myself in a normal mirror, realized I don't have any eyebrows left. I mean, it led to me over plucking my eyebrows many a times, and it just distorts the way your skin looks anyways. Just throw them away. They just make you look at things that you normally wouldn't even notice. It really does take the saying like analyzing something under a microscope to a almost literal level. I guess my whole point in bringing up social media when it comes to like this whole skincare addiction is the same thing in my head that somewhat applies to the idea of like body dysmorphia, is you start to set this unrealistic expectation and goal based on maybe someone else's appearance, or, you know, based off of your own interpretation of how you expect yourself to look. And as a reminder, and again, I'm not trying to like bash anyone online here, because that was like a misconception with my last video where I sat down and talked about it. I'm just pointing it out because if you're starting to have these thoughts, it might be time to like sit back and think about why you're having these thoughts. And if it's helpful for me to confirm that, you know, those expectations are unrealistic, that's my point in making these videos. Because like I said, I know I definitely felt these feelings. I don't know, I knew it was like wrong to think that way, but I'd be curious if you guys have ever had that feeling or like thought too. Or even, of course, of other people. I've had that feeling of like, oh, I wish I had that, like, that 20-year-old skin. I know it's not right to think that way, but I definitely catch myself doing that. So anyways, before I get into my last topic that I want to talk about, which is sunscreen, because I've got a lot of thoughts about skincare addiction and sunscreen and like the, I don't know how to put it, the obsession with sunscreen. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off camera and do like my eyeliner and mascara because there's no way I can do that while talking to you guys. And if I do, I'm just never gonna finish my makeup. I'm back. And I also put on the doll lashes that were part of this collection. Woo! I'm not used to wearing eyelashes like this, but they're really pretty. Like, I like it. Also, while I was doing my eye makeup, kind of, I don't know, I was thinking through what I just said throughout this video so far. And another little thing I want to clarify is it's like, I'm definitely not saying like being interested or having like skincare as a hobby is a bad thing innately, because I completely understand that like the condition of your skin does have a lot to do with your self-esteem and how you view yourself, because that's why I make skincare videos online and like try to offer any tips or advice I'm capable of, you know, offering myself, or things that I've tried that I've liked, or, you know, things that I'd recommend. So it's not to say that I am demonizing skincare in itself or being interested in it or even like loving skincare. My point being is like when you start bordering on obsession and it's affecting your quality of life, that's what I'm saying. It's maybe time to like step back and reassess how involved you are with skincare, or like how much it does affect like how you view yourself, because it's definitely one thing to want to improve yourself, like self-improvement. I'm all about that life, don't get me wrong, but it's another thing to like hate your skin or, you know, have this negative relationship with skincare and how your skin looks. Maybe this is a reminder to check in with yourself, or check in with family or friends or people you care about, or professionals, or just something like just change it up. I'm obviously not a professional myself. I'm just coming on here and just having, like I said, an open dialogue with you guys. You know, there's definitely such a thing as disordered thinking, even when it comes to something that, you know, at the end of the day, it is just skincare. I don't think, yeah, this collection does not have blush, but it does have a highlighter. So let me go ahead and apply a little bit of blush. I'm going to use this like Uni Club multi-function blush in pale pink. This is actually one of my favorite blushes, and I thought it'd go really nicely with this look in general. And as I'm doing it, the last topic that I wanted to discuss for this video that I really noticed skincare addiction being most prevalent is with the idea or concept of sunscreen. And first and foremost, let me preface this by saying I think skincare is extremely important. I'm obviously fully aware that skincare has a role when it comes to protecting your skin. Like, the number one function of sunscreen is to prevent skin cancer and to prevent any cellular damage of the skin. And at the same time, a benefit of that is also it helps prevent wrinkles and all of these other things that come along with skin damage. But when it gets to the point where you're like not enjoying your life because you're concerned with being in the sun, or you're concerned with how much sunscreen you're applying, or for example, like I've had times where like I forgot my sunscreen and I'm like, oh no, like my day is ruined. And then when I sit back and think about it, I'm like, okay, it's definitely a problem if I'm thinking like that, because no day should really be ruined. No normal day should be ruined by not remembering to bring sunscreen. So while I do think it's important, and I love seeing people being like protecting my skin, wearing my sunscreen, wearing my hats, things like that, if you can't apply your sunscreen multiple times a day, if you're like me who, you know, most of the time I just apply my sunscreen in the morning, and if I'm gonna be out in the sun for like a prolonged period of time, then I will try to touch up my sunscreen. But if not, you know, I still go out in the sun. I go on walks with my dog sometimes without sunscreen. Life is too short to like worry too much about that kind of stuff. And like I said, definitely protect your skin. We don't want any cancer here, but it's totally fine to just do your best with your sunscreen. You know, kind of bridging off my last video, I've seen some like skincare shaming with like, oh, well, you don't apply sunscreen multiple times a day, or like you don't cover your face completely when you go out in the sun. I think, you know, to each their own, but I think there's a balance between like enjoying your quality of life while also, you know, protecting your skin at the end of the day. I used one of these lip kits. There's 3 of these little lip duos. We've got Golden Beach, Dream House, and Malibu Sunset. Let me see what these colors are like. Okay, I think I'm gonna do Dream House. I gotta line my lips before I keep talking because my lips are so dry. Dry right now. I can like, oh gosh, yeah. Hopefully you guys can't see from how far away you are. You can definitely tell my bottom lip is like all dry. Oh well. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if this whole roller thing did my bangs dirty or not. Okay, well it's not bad. I was worried. Okay, I think they just have to have a moment to like calm down. It's okay. They're okay. Okay, so maybe I'm just gonna have to start being like a disc unicorn in my videos to like keep these bangs up out of my face. Yeah, that kind of sums up my thoughts. Like I said, I've definitely been guilty of a lot of these things, which is why I wanted to sit down and talk about it with you guys. And I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on all of the topics I discussed. My goal is just to remind you guys to, you know, prioritize your emotions and feelings and how you view yourself, and not let things like what you read on the internet or, you know, skincare products or how much you spend on these types of things or filters online or expectations that aren't realistic to affect how you view yourself and your relationship with yourself and how you value yourself in the world. But yeah, I think that's overall everything I wanted to say. I'm sure I'll read the comment section later and be like, oh yeah, that is such a good point. But that's what the comment section's there for. Let me know if you guys like these style videos and maybe some other topics you guys would like me to like sit down and talk about. But as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!